What is up, everybody? It's Rob from Bullies. In the doghouse, just sweeping and mopping, doing some cleaning. From there, just want to say we are 99% sure Mira definitely is pregnant. She did take. It was successful. Which, using my males in my yard, it's going to happen more than likely than me using a stud outside my yard. That's last time she didn't take when we went that route, but I ended up doing an in-house breeding again. So with that happening, we're doing a ultrasound tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's just basically to make sure the puppies are healthy, mom's healthy, everything's looking good, everything's supposed to be where it's at. With that being said, wanted to talk about C-sections. We do C-sections. It's smoother. No really high risk of having problems during labor. She is a short 13-inch pocket, almost micro, which she's got micro in her head. You've heard me say that. So with that happening, that's why we do C-sections. It's cheaper on cost to pre-schedule and get it set up on a due date. If you have a cool vet and you created a bond and he ended up giving you his personal cell phone for early mornings or nighttime emergency labors, it's hard to find a vet that will be there for you like that. And I'm thankful and blessed to have a vet like that. It took me a while to find him. He's up in Indianapolis. From there, I have his personal cell phone. We have a connection, a bond. He's badass. He's great. He's a great vet. He's definitely there for you as a customer for you, and he goes above and beyond. So with that happening, we're going to check and make sure everything's okay. Puppies are looking good, going smooth, healthy. Mama, everything's healthy. She did scare me yesterday. She had quite a bit of discharge come out of her. She was running the yard with her daughters, and she wasn't taking it easy. She was kind of running, putting in the work. I like for her to still get exercise, but I think that was a little too much exercise because and she ran out in the yard with Grimlock later. I'm going to put her on bed rest. With the amount of discharge, it scared me. We go tomorrow. He told me if it didn't stop, if it got heavier, if colors started changing, then bring her in. But we're just gonna keep it as is. If you can maintain it and get it to stop and get her to settle down. So Mira is on bed rest. Her nips are swollen. Her belly's swollen. Like I said, we're 99% sure she's definitely pregnant. We got puppies coming. Tomorrow, we'll be at the vet at 9 o'clock. And then I wanted to talk about some people saying C-sections. I've heard stuff in the past on people saying, oh, I don't want to do C-sections because the mom's not going to know that she had puppies and that she's a mom. And I've heard people shy away from it for that reason. Me, I don't want to have an emergency C-section pay triple the amount of where I could have paid 2 to 3 C-sections for the cost of if I just pre-scheduled it and paid it and had everything go smooth, plus lose pups, have the chance of that, have a chance of losing mom. I want it to go good and smooth as possible. I'm wanting to do C-sections. That's why I do C-sections. Plus with the uniqueness, every time I breed, the pups come out huge, and there was no way Mira could have ended up doing a natural birth anyway. So to me, it's a no-brainer. That's why I do what I do. Plus, for me, what I do and what I came up with, and this is on my thoughts and philosophy, and it was, I didn't feed the placenta. I didn't worry about her not knowing she was going to be a mom. I take, when Mira comes out of anesthesia, and she's waking up from the surgery, she's going to be in a room, and I'm going to be in a room with her, and she's going to lay down, and she's going to get more coherent and know kind of what's going on, and she's going to see me. I'm going to be on the floor loving on her, petting on her. My pups, if you're doing a C-section, you'll have your own incubator that you brought, or you should. By then, my pups, her pups, and me are in the incubator, in the room. They're cozy, lights on them. They're snug like a bug, and living life in the real world now. And she's on the floor, and I'm loving and petting on her, making sure she's coming to, and everything's fine. When she's waking up enough, I take one of the pups, and I end up basically putting the pup on the nip. If I can get the pup to latch, awesome, great. Just having the pup next to her, and then her waking up, seeing the pup, and introducing, she's gonna, see me, she's gonna see the pup, she's gonna know, okay, that's my babies. I'm a mama, and she's already been a mama, so she already knows, but I'm just talking first time mamas. It really, really helps, and I do the same thing. We do it as humans, and to me, it was a no-brainer. Why don't I do it for her with a puppy and a mom? Once the baby's born and cleaned up and everything's good, that baby gets brought right to the mom. The baby gets put on the nip on the mom, tries to breastfeed. Same thing with the dog and her puppy. It's a baby and a mom. So she's already, her mom mode's gonna kick in. I don't need to feed the placenta. I don't need, not to do a C-section, because she's not gonna know that she's a mom. She's not gonna know the babies. I'm not waiting for a long period of time. Right after C-section and birth, the puppies and baby is introduced to her. And I don't do every pup at the same time. I just do one pup at that moment. If I can get the pup to latch and drape, awesome. If everything's going good and the vets don't mind that I'm still in that room on recovery, once the one pup's done, I will take a second pup and go to a different nip, and I'll do the same thing for as long as I can. And that's just to get the puppies latched on, get the fresh nip feeding on colostrum, I think is what it's called. It's been a little minute. I think I might be saying it right without looking it up, and ends up getting it. And that's the best thing, and the quickest time frame you can do that, the better off you are. So with pups latched on the nip, by then should be heading home. I don't know if you got a long drive. If you have more than an hour and a half and you're pushing 2 hours, I would like to, it would be best to tell the vet, you have a long drive, I need the room a little bit longer, and I got to get these pups on the nips to get the colostrum. And get their first feeding, because that's the good shit. That's the good nutrients. That's going to be the best thing. The quicker you do it, the better off you are. And from that happening, trying to think. Yeah, when you get mom home, you'll put her in the whelping box. You'll have the puppies. You'll be putting them on the nips. So if you got a long drive, that's what I would recommend. That's what I would do. And then it's a little tip and trick. Like I said, mom and baby, we do it as humans. It was just like, why wouldn't I do it differently with, my new puppy babies and my mom, my baby girls, introducing motherhood to her. From there, it clicks, it triggers, she knows. There's no, in between of her saying, oh, well, I'm not a mom. It's, oh shit, I am a mom. Like, that's my baby. And that's my baby feeding off yeah, she'll lick, kiss, and yeah, just be in mom mode, and it kicks it. So there is no hesitation of not knowing I'm not a mom. Yeah, from there I'm going to do an update on ultrasound, just to know everything's okay. I put her on bed rest. I think I said that. She was out running with her daughters. She ran and got her exercise, I think, and pushed it a little too much is what happened. So she's not going to be out running with the dogs. I'm going to have her singled and doing her by herself. Raga and her, they don't really get too wound up and run. So I'm going to have Raga with her most of the time now in the yard. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, from there, I'm just trying to think of what else. Oh yeah, air conditioners. If I didn't say anything too, it's getting hot. Start keeping air conditioners on hand. Get them out, clean them if they've been in storage. Get them in the windows. If you have central air, you don't have to worry about that. But if you have a dog house or a kennel or a house without AC, central air, get that going, because yeah, with the heat, keep the bulls cool. It's the best thing for them. If you're hot, sweaty, and uncomfortable, your bull is hot and uncomfortable. So that's the best thing, keeping the cool area. Make sure there's plenty of water. So yeah, I got to get a window air conditioner for the doghouse. I'm gonna go leave and pick that up sometime today. Get that set up in the window. I got to get all my incubator out. I got to clean and scrub on it, make sure that it's thoroughly disinfected. Yeah, everything, my supplies that I have. I just got to get it all out, get it all cleaned, get it prepared, ready, especially after tomorrow when I get told everything looks good and healthy, everything's where it's supposed to be. Get the C-section pre-scheduled, get all everything going and moving. So yeah, it's all going to be moving pretty quick. She's at day 35 from the first AI. With how big she's getting, I don't know. Wendy says she thinks it's going to be a pretty big litter. I did have Raga and her together for a while throughout her heat cycle. So I don't know if they tied when I wasn't around and I didn't witness it and didn't see it. So it could be a little bit more than day 35 from when I did the first AI. I did three AIs. That's what I'm going off of. That's what I'm going by. But from ultrasounds and the checkups, and the vet can basically tell me kind of where that mark falls off of what I wrote down and figured out of what I did hands-on. If they did it natural, she's going to be a couple days further along than 35. But at least we're going to be in the time frame, and I got his personal cell if anything happens. That's what happened last time. It was early morning. I was up making coffee for work. It was brewing. She came out of the bedroom panting and breathing heavy and had her tongue out. I took her temp. From her temp, I had to get on the phone. I had to call my work. I had to say I'm not going to be in today. And then I had to get on the phone with him and told him our previous day, which was I think 3 days to 2 days prior, ahead of time. We had it pre-scheduled. We were about 2 to 3 days off of when she decided, hey, it's time. Her temp, it dropped. So made the call. He came. I drove up there. We were hands on. It was just me and him because it was early morning. His staff wasn't there, so he told me to put on rubber gloves, get ready, and basically when I cut her open and we start getting these puppies out, it's going to be fast, back to back. It was a pretty awesome experience. It was cool. It was just me and him. He kept pulling the pups out, handing them to me. I was going and I was cleaning them, booger sucking, making them breathe and cry, and then putting them in the incubator. And it was one after another. So it was pretty awesome to birth the litter last time. So from that happening, it's going to probably be the same scenario unless she doesn't do it early morning or at nighttime. But that's why I like to pre-schedule it. I have everything prepaid, pre-scheduled, like, or if it's not prepaid, I have my money put aside. I always do when I'm planning breedings. I have quite a bit amount put aside that I know of the cost of everything, of what it's going to run me. So, and be prepared. And yeah, I'm trying to think what else from that happening. Yeah, all right. Well, I'm having a brain fart if I want to talk about more. I think I talked about everything I wanted, gave the good news, like I said, 99% sure. Just tomorrow we're going to find out if everything's good and looking awesome. So yeah, fingers crossed that everything's going to be healthy and yeah, go smoothly. God bless. Till next time.